Vegetarianism, a topic that is controversial to some and something that others don't even think about. A 2018 Gallup poll found that a total of around 5% of Americans were vegetarian. And there are many reasons to be a vegetarian. And almost any person who is a vegetarian will tell you the different ones that they have because they've probably been asked about it a lot of times. Personally, I was a vegetarian for around 5 years, and due to health reasons, I actually had to stop being a vegetarian, but I still try and limit my meat intake to abide by the same kind of moral principles that I was abiding by while being a vegetarian. So there are a lot of reasons, and one of these reasons that we have all heard a million times and kind of gets shoved down our throats is, oh, think about the animals. And since only around 5% of Americans are vegetarian, obviously that one most people don't care about that much. Which I think is kind of sad, but obviously a lot of people don't. So there are a lot of other reasons to consider being vegetarian as well, such as the environmental cost. Growing up in this world where global warming is such a large issue, it's something that our generation has to think about all of the time. Another is the health benefits and the fact that it's actually cheaper. So first off, the environment. A fact that initially got me to become a vegetarian that really shocked me was that according to National Geographic, it takes 660 gallons of water to produce one hamburger. Now, I did the math on this for you guys. So on average, one shower is about 2.1 gallons per minute. And in total, that adds up to be a 5-hour long shower. So if you took a shower for 5 hours, then that would be your one hamburger. And if you do the math on that, then that adds up to around 2 months worth of showers. Now, that's quite a bit, and that's only the water impact. There's also a huge carbon footprint just from everything else that goes into it, such as according to the United Nations Population Database, by eating vegetarian food for a year, you could save the same amount of emissions as taking a small family car off the road for 6 months. Now, that doesn't seem that huge, but that's a very large impact that one person can have over just 1 year. You know, something that discourages a lot of people about global warming is just how little an individual can do because most of the power is in the hands of these big businesses. But becoming a vegetarian, you can actually take some of that power back into your hands and reduce your own carbon footprint a significant amount. Next up, we have the health benefits. When it's done right, vegetarianism can actually be quite a bit healthier. According to Harvard Health, a properly planned vegetarian diet can reduce risk and even prevent some chronic diseases, such as heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even cancer. This is pretty big because these are some of the diseases that most plague our society today. Additionally, medical news today lists that it also lowers cholesterol and can help you lose weight. Additional things that are a very big problem for the general American public. Of course, you do have to do it right, and some vegetarians tend to rely too much on processed foods, which is not going to do you any favors in the waistline or in terms of these general diseases. Also, eating a lot of these processed foods won't help you with our last topic, the fact that being a vegetarian is actually cheaper, which is very surprising. A study published in the Journal of Hunger and Environmental Nutrition in 2015 found that a vegetarian diet is cheaper than its meat-inclusive alternative by, get this, nearly $750 a year. When you kind of think about this, it starts to make sense. Think about how many calories and how much protein is in just one small bag of almonds. Think about how much that costs. Probably $5? Now, if you got that amount of calories and protein and fat for meats, you'd probably be looking at around $30. So, if you are doing your vegetarian diet correctly, then you're actually going to be saving a lot of money and probably be eating a lot fresher and healthier. And according to the financial advising site Money, there are additional ways that you can save money by buying things that are in season, and if you can't buy the things that are in season, buying them frozen, and by jazzing it up with your seasoning. Because a lot of people tend to think that, oh, being a vegetarian is so boring. You only get to eat these very boring foods, oh, just potatoes and rice. But there are a lot of different cultures around the world that have these recipes that you can try that are completely non-meat based. It's a long tradition and could honestly spice up your dinner routine a little bit. So I know being a vegetarian isn't for everyone. I completely understand that. And I'm not saying that you have to give up your barbecues or your steaks at your favorite restaurant. I understand that those are things that bring people a lot of joy. But I would implore you to give it a try. Just for a few nights a week, maybe switching it up. Finding something that you haven't tried before that replaces your meat with an alternative. Maybe you'll find something that you really like. And in the process, you could get all of the benefits that I've listed before. Thank you.